Okay, it seems that I'm live. Well, it is Friday evening, and Mrs. DC is gone to bed. She's working tomorrow. And I've helped some friends. Friends of ours are going to America, and they needed to get plane tickets and the ESTA, which is the mini visa, as you call it. And so I've just filled out these things for them. They've just left. And now I am enjoying a couple drams. The first one that I had, so a couple drams mean in this case two, and my drams are small drams. So I've had the Northern Harvest rye, which I bought in Canada last September, and this right now is a Bowmore 12, which I felt like having one after watching Andy, so Food Quig, making his review, which is actually kind of, I was going to almost say, it's not our favorite, but it's kind of like it reminds me of old days when we had, Bowmore 12 on a Skype session together, really much in the morning. Today in the mail, we received our official Canadian birth certificates. Now, those of you who follow me on YouTube know that we had to replace the ones that we had for more modern ones. Well, actually, the more modern one is exactly the same as the old one, except it's not plastified. It's kind of like a filigrane, how's it called? Filigrane money type paper. So anyway, there's certain characteristics in the paper, and I think that's why they changed the whole thing. The reason also is that if you use it, if you go and plastify it, it becomes invalid. Anyway, so I stuffed all that into the passport forms and sent them off. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, maybe eventually we'll be getting those darn Canadian passports. Let me see now if I hold. I'm on the iPad, by the way, so let me see if I can somehow. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get this. Maybe I can change it a little bit. Make it a little bit more. Okay. Anyway, sometimes these things I'd have to sit up higher in my chair. So we're out on the deck. So it's dark now, and it is. And I've got the light on. That is one advantage of doing a live with an iPad, is you can actually move around. Can you see anything? It's just dark out there. Yeah, there's not much to see, is there? Okay, is there anyone out there? Being with the iPad, I don't know how well I can see. It says one person is on, but is that one person me? Is anyone out there? Is there a way to know that? Let me see. What does it say? Show live chat messages. Well, there's none for the moment, at least. Yeah, so I asked to show them. So I guess for the moment I'm just talking to myself, which is no different actually to a vlog. St. Rude. Oh, hi. Hello, St. Rude. It's nice to see somebody is around. Okay, well, I'm just trying this, and it seems that it's actually quite a bit easier to go live if you're using the iPad. I don't know. I know when you're using the computer, it can be slightly complicated for different things. But anyway, now it's going really well. So as I said, I'm having a dram of Bowmore 12. I'll be going off to bed soon. Tomorrow, not much is going on actually. Like I said, my wife, Mrs. DC, is working. I'll be finishing off my suitcase because I'm leaving for Ireland on Sunday. Going there for a week for business. I'm looking forward to it. Every time I go to Ireland, it's a good trip. Sorry, I'm just going to nose this while I'm at it. The other day, I was watching a video. It was actually a live feed from from Foodquig Andy. Let's see if I can get this video better. From Foodquig, and it was like I think he was on 5 hours. Can you imagine? His feed was like 5 hours. I watched a little bit, quite a bit actually, and I really, really enjoyed it. You know, the fact of chatting like that with him. Well, I wasn't chatting. I mean, I was watching everything after. But I've been following Andy's videos like for probably close to 10 years now. We met up once in Montreal. That was a fantastic meetup. We went to smoked meat restaurant called Chenoy's. It was on the. Well, if Andy watches this, he'll be able to tell me exactly which suburb of Montreal it was. I was with Mrs. DC. There was my mom there and my sister. My sister was driving, which was good because we'd already talked about the fact that I would be drinking, and I don't like to drink and drive, and it was my sister's car. So I still remember when we met. We were the first ones at the restaurant, and when I saw he came with his mom, and my mom and his mom are the same age. They got along really well. But I remember just seeing him, and I was excited in the same way as if I was going to meet, I don't know, I was going to say a movie star, probably more. But I mean, it was just like, wow, this is this guy I see online all the time, and you know, there's a real person there. I mean, I had seen, you know, people from YouTube before. That's not a few times, but that was really exciting. It really was. Yeah, and the smoked meats. By the way, if ever you're in Montreal around there, Chenoy's, Chinoy, I guess. There's also on the Rive Sud. So I think there's one in Taschereau Boulevard also. Yeah. So if any of you have ever been to Montreal, you know that there's some I mean, there's a particular amount of things that are rather typical. It's funny because you don't actually put that together with Quebec or Quebec French, but things like smoked meat and famous poutine and so on. It's things like that actually that, yeah, you might not only find it in Quebec, but the way that it's served is something that's pretty particular. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody else is out there. Are you still out there, St. Rude? I can't see actually. Let me see. I'm sorry. My hand goes in front of the camera all the time. It says there's like one person, but I think the one person is me right now. Okay. Glad to see that you're still there. I wish. Okay, thank you. I wish actually it would be easier to see who is out there, but it doesn't matter. Maybe I can ask you a question. Where are you from? I mean, I've seen your name on. Is it on Dave Nicholson's vlogs? I think it is, isn't it? And I mean, I have seen your name before, but I'm at loss right now to be certain from where you're from. St. Rude, I don't know. It could be Canadian. Oh, okay. Of course. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I've seen your name many times before. I'm sorry about that. I've probably seen it more on Facebook. Yeah. It's strange. I mean, because we all use these things. I mean, I have two Facebook channels. One is the dagocleo channel, and I mean the dagocleo. People who've been following my YouTube since the beginning will know that Dago and Cleo. Dago was the dog, and Cleo was our cat. But and I just kind of kept that name and kept going. But the way things are now, I mean, like Facebook, which keeps asking you for your real name, they think I'm Mr. Dagocleo. So I wrote somewhere Bernie because most people know that you know, that's my name is Bernie, and but I do have a second channel where I have my full name, and that's mostly family that they're there. But it's an interesting fact actually how things go. I don't know how it is for you, but where the online people have become very much, I mean, the people that we talk with all the time, you know. That is something that is quite, I'll say over 10 years, yeah, it's been about 10 years, I'd say, at least. Yeah, about 10 years. And people like, well, like Dave Nicholson and so on. I mean, it's really, let me see, I'm trying to read what to say. I think I knew you back when I was Paroquet. I've lost it. Okay. How do I read that? I hate that. I can't read. I started to see what you wrote, and all of a sudden it's gone. Oh well. Yeah, Paroquet 51. That could very well be. I mean, a lot of us. I mean, I've kind of like found people and lost people over time. So many people, and I actually do see sometimes that some of them are still there. They're dormant, if I could put it that way. They didn't actually close the channels. Some have, and some have just moved on. Some have just moved on. A lot of the Canadian people that I used to know have moved on. They're trying to remember their names now. Yeah. Well, I guess that I probably will stop there. I was just trying. I wanted to see if the live stream was easy, and it's actually very, very easy if you're using an iPad. Okay, thank you very much for being with me for a few moments. I really, really appreciated that. So take care, Saint Rude. And maybe I can ask you quickly a question though. Your name is for me is French. Is that right? Are you French speaking? Because that name sounds French, actually. Anyway, whatever. So, take care. Thank you very much for being around. Okay. Bye-bye. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yep.